Can one man's intellectual prowess challenge and reshape long-standing beliefs about race? Picture a time when racial equality was a radical idea, a time when the very concept of human rights was still taking shape. Enter one man, Anténor Firmin. Born amidst political tumult, educated in the heart of enlightenment, he wielded the power of his mind to challenge the world's views on race. Who was this man? Anténor Firmin, a man who dared to challenge the status quo. Born amidst political upheaval in Haiti, Firmin's journey was anything but ordinary. On the 18th of October in the year 1850, in the vibrant city of Cap-Haïtien, Haiti, Anténor Firmin entered a world in the throes of change. His early years were shaped by this dynamic environment, stirring within him a keen interest in the world around him and a burning desire for knowledge. Firmin's intellectual journey began in his homeland, where he received his initial education. His thirst for learning, however, was not quenched by the local school system. Seeking further enlightenment, Firmin journeyed to France to study law and anthropology. There, he was exposed to a world of Enlightenment ideas and revolutionary philosophies that would significantly shape his worldview. These experiences, coupled with his innate curiosity and intellectual rigor, equipped Firmin with the tools to question, challenge, and ultimately reshape the prevailing narratives of his time. Armed with education and a revolutionary spirit, Firmin was ready to challenge the world. Firmin's pen became his weapon, his words, his shield. As we delve into the intellectual revolution sparked by Anténor Firmin, we focus on his magnum opus, De l'égalité des races humaines, or On the Equality of Human Races. Published in the year 1885, this groundbreaking work challenged the prevailing racist theories of the time. Firmin passionately argued for the equality and unity of all human races, a concept far ahead of his time. He drew upon a wealth of scientific, historical, and anthropological evidence to support his claims, painstakingly dissecting and refuting the baseless arguments that were used to justify racial hierarchies. In his book, Firmin utilized his vast knowledge of anthropology to dismantle the notion of racial supremacy. He questioned the scientific validity of such theories, highlighting their inconsistencies and lack of empirical evidence. His thorough and rigorous analysis presented a strong case for the inherent equality of all races, an idea that was revolutionary in its time. Firmin didn't stop at just challenging the status quo. He also provided an alternative perspective. He proposed that the differences among human races were not indicative of superiority or inferiority, but rather a reflection of the rich diversity and adaptability of the human species. He emphasized the shared history and common ancestry of all human beings, urging his readers to view humanity as a unified whole rather than fragmented races. This perspective was not only groundbreaking, but also a powerful catalyst for change, prompting people to question and reconsider their long-held beliefs about race and equality. Firmin's work was a beacon of hope in a world steeped in racial prejudice. It provided intellectual ammunition for those fighting against racial discrimination, offering a solid foundation for their arguments. His ideas continue to resonate today, serving as a testament to his intellectual prowess and his unwavering commitment to equality and justice. Firmin's groundbreaking work was a clarion call for the equality of all human races. His intellectual revolution continues to reverberate through the corridors of history, reminding us of the power of ideas in shaping our world. Firmin was not just an intellectual, but a passionate advocate for racial equality. This statement encapsulates the essence of Anténor Firmin's life work. His writings and speeches reverberated with a powerful call for the rights and dignity of Black people. He was an unflinching critic of racial hierarchies and colonial exploitation, challenging the oppressive systems that marginalized and devalued people of African descent. Firmin's advocacy was not limited to the abstract realm of ideas. He took his fight to the global stage, using his influence and platform to shed light on the injustices inflicted by European colonialism. He highlighted the economic exploitation, cultural erasure, and systemic discrimination that were the hallmarks of colonial rule. But Firmin did more than just criticize. He offered a vision of a world where racial solidarity triumphed over division. He spoke not just of resistance, but of empowerment. He championed the idea that Black people, regardless of where they were in the world, shared a common history and destiny. This unity, he believed, was a potent force that could challenge and overturn the oppressive structures of colonialism and racism. Firmin's advocacy was rooted in a deep belief in the inherent worth of every human being. He rejected the notion that one race was superior to another, arguing instead for the fundamental equality of all races. His arguments were groundbreaking for their time, challenging prevailing racist theories and offering a compelling counter-narrative based on scientific, historical, and anthropological evidence. Firmin's passionate advocacy for racial equality was not without its challenges. He faced opposition, criticism, and even threats to his life. But he remained undeterred, steadfast in his conviction that the fight for racial equality was a fight for justice, dignity, and human rights. Through his advocacy, Firmin was a beacon of hope for Black people globally. His words and actions inspired countless others to raise their voices against racial injustice and to stand in solidarity with their fellow human beings. His legacy continues to resonate today, a testament to his enduring impact as a champion for racial equality and social justice. Firmin's fight for equality transcended borders, reaching the halls of power in Europe. Anténor Firmin, a man of many talents, was not only an intellectual and writer, but also a formidable diplomat and politician. His advocacy for racial equality and human rights didn't stop at writings and speeches. It was integrated into his political career, making him a unique figure in the annals of history. Firmin's political journey began in his homeland Haiti, where he served in various diplomatic roles. His dedication to his country and its people was evident in his tireless efforts to represent Haiti's interests on the international stage. But his vision was broader. He saw the interconnectedness of the struggles for equality, justice, and self-determination across the globe, and he was determined to make a difference. His diplomatic acumen and passion for justice led to his appointment as Haiti's minister, plenipotentiary to France and the United Kingdom. In these roles, Firmin had the opportunity to elevate his advocacy for racial equality and human rights to a whole new level. He was no longer just a voice crying out in the wilderness. He was now in a position to influence policy and effect real change. In the hallowed halls of European power, Firmin continued to challenge prevailing racist theories, using his diplomatic platform to promote his revolutionary ideas. He championed the cause of racial solidarity, arguing against colonial exploitation and racial hierarchies. His speeches and negotiations were imbued with a profound belief in the unity and equality of all human races. Yet, Firmin was not just about words. He was a man of action, using his diplomatic influence to advocate for international recognition and cooperation. His work helped to put Haiti and the issues of racial discrimination and colonialism on the international agenda. Firmin used diplomacy as a platform, amplifying his voice for racial equality. His life demonstrates how the fight for social justice can be carried out across different spheres, from the intellectual to the political, and how each one of us, in our respective roles, can contribute to making the world a more equitable place. Firmin's impact was not confined to his lifetime. It echoed through generations. The ripple effect of Anténor Firmin's ideas has been profoundly felt far beyond the shores of Haiti, inspiring and empowering countless individuals around the world. His legacy is not just one of intellectual prowess, but one of courage and conviction, of standing against the tide of prevailing thought and daring to challenge the status quo. Firmin's seminal work, On the Equality of Human Races, became a beacon of light in the darkness, a rallying cry for those fighting for racial equality and human rights. His bold assertions upended the entrenched racist ideologies of his time, setting the stage for subsequent generations of activists, intellectuals, and leaders who would continue the fight for equality and justice. His ideas were revolutionary, his words powerful, and his influence transcendent. He laid the groundwork for the civil rights movement, for the decolonization struggles, and for the affirmation of Black identity and dignity. His tireless advocacy for the rights and dignity of Black people globally, particularly in the context of European colonialism and racial discrimination, has had a lasting impact on the way we understand and confront racism today. Firmin's writings continue to be studied, his ideas debated, and his legacy celebrated. His work serves as a constant reminder of the power of intellectual activism in challenging oppressive ideologies and advancing the cause of racial equality and social justice. But perhaps the true measure of Firmin's legacy is not just in the pages of his books or in the halls of academia, but in the hearts and minds of those he inspired. It's in the spirit of resistance against oppression, in the struggle for dignity and justice, and in the hope for a world where all human races are truly equal. His life and work stand as a testament to the power of ideas, the courage of convictions, and the transformative potential of intellectual activism. His legacy serves as a beacon, guiding us towards a more equal, just, and humane world. Anténor Firmin, a revered figure in Haitian history, a symbol of resilience, courage, and intellectual rigor, and a man who dared to challenge the world's beliefs about race. His story continues to inspire, his ideas continue to provoke, and his legacy continues to shape our world.